So hello everyone, and welcome back to Sakura Unboxing. So in this part of my two-part ANYC saga, I'll be going into what I picked up at the Artist Alley this year, which was again a lot. There are a lot of nice pickups, and you'll definitely see some repetitiveness with just some particular series that I want to collect stuff for. So let's just jump right into it. So without further ado, let us get into the haul. So also I forgot to mention before I get into the video, I'm gonna go over the little items that I got when I attended panels or at other booths. So I'm gonna start off with a few things. First thing we have right here is this Turbo Granny fan that was given out at the Don booth. This little trinket here couldn't be a pretty good fan, which is good. So yeah, these were also important in regards to the giveaway that they had, where you could win a very fancy, very expensive wall scroll. So yeah, pretty simple item right here, but pretty cool, and people were waving it at the con when anything exciting happened, which was cool. So yeah, nice little fan right here. So the next thing they handed out at the Don panel was this poster right here. Unfortunately mine is a little bit butchered. It has some creases in some areas because I was kind of trying to carry this around. Unfortunately, I should have gotten this signed by some of the voice actors who were there at the event. I don't know why, I just didn't do that on the day of the actual panel. So yeah, but pretty cool. This is of course of the Evil Eye arc, which was, very cool arc in the series. So yeah, pretty nice little quality poster right here that unfortunately I kind of butchered a little bit. Next I have this item right here, which was from the Panty and Stocking panel. So basically how it worked is if you attended certain conventions that had the Panty and Stocking panel, you could get a little card like this, which is a piece of a whole bigger poster. So this was the animenyc 2025 exclusive card. I believe they had some at Anime Expo for like a different piece, so yeah, I mean, I'm sure it's gonna be like a lot of money if you were to go to each of these conventions just to attend the Panty and Stocking panels and just to pick these up. So yeah, I only got one part of it. I'm curious if maybe someone is selling these online on eBay secondhand, who knows. But yeah, again, pretty cool art style, even though this is just like one little piece of the bigger puzzle. Now moving on to the second to last item, which is this freebie I got for attending the Windbreaker panel, which is a band-aid holder, which honestly I feel like is one of the most little convenient items to get, and kind of fits the show as well, considering how much the characters are fighting each other. So yeah, I feel like it's a pretty useful thing right here, so you don't have to put like your band-aids in a plastic bag. Granted, it only really fits one particular size of band-aid, so there's that, but hey, this is, I feel like a pretty convenient thing to carry around if you are attending future conventions or if you go on hikes or something. And then the last thing I picked up at the Kinokuniya booth was, of course, some Witch Hat Atelier merch. They had some official merchandise at their booth, so I got this tote bag of cocoa and kefri. So this was about $25, and I feel like it's maybe not too bad. I feel like that's the average tote bag cost for this size. So yes, up on screen I'll show the other merch that they had. I didn't pick up everything. One of them was a poster, and I didn't want the pain in the butt experience of carrying that around the con, and unfortunately I just didn't pick up anything else. It was the end of day one and I already exhausted my money at the Artist Alley. But if I could pick one thing, again, love the art style on this tote bag. Will I use it? I don't know. Again, this is mainly for my Witch Hat Atelier collection. But yeah, I'd say if the things I want to pick up, maybe again the tote bag. So yes, I have this one. So yeah, that's it for like the regular pickups, I guess, freebies that were given out. I mean, except for the tote bag, obviously. But yes, now we're moving on to the much bigger Artist Alley haul. So before getting into what I bought from the Artist Alley, I just want to pop up on screen some other pickups specifically from Formula One, because my sister really loves Formula One, and there are some artists who are making merch there, so I don't have them with me. I mean, I gave them to her, so I'll just pop up the photos I took up on screen as well as the artists who made the merch. And yeah, so my sister was kind of explaining me some F1 lore from one of like the sticker sheets that I picked up for her. And yeah, I just thought I'd do that for her since I was at the convention, and she actually followed some of these artists, which was kind of cool. So yeah, I'm one of the artists who I picked up like this 3-tire phone charm from. I forgot her name, I'm so sorry. She was very sweet and very patient with me as I was texting my sister saying, hey, what do you want? I forgot to mention though, at animenyc, the Wi-Fi is awful. And I couldn't really get cellular data unless I was at the very front of the building, so the Artist Alley is all the way in the back. So sometimes I had to run to the front, text my sister saying, hey, what do you want? And then, you know, wait for her to respond after, you know, I took pictures of what the artist had at the booth, and then run back. But surprisingly, when I got to her booth, I didn't have any issue with the cellular data, which was good, so thankfully I didn't have to run back and forth. But yeah, those are some of the Formula One pickups from the con. So now we're going on to what I picked up at the Artist Alley, which, yeah, there is a lot to go through that I just kept in this box right here. Some stuff I'm going to be saving for last, but yeah, I'll start off with whatever I pick up at the top and then work my way down. So starting off, we have this bubble wrap bag with some acrylic charms in it from some different artists. I just kind of threw them all in one bag because I had this bag. So let me start with what's in this. So starting off with these charms right here, I have some FGO and Zenless Zone Zero charms. Unfortunately, I didn't get the artist's name. It wasn't anywhere on their booth, and I didn't ask. That was definitely my fault. But yeah, so first with the FGO stuff, we have Tezcatlipoca, one of my favorite looking servants in the game, and then we have Dante Alighieri, who is a recent servant in FGO, and I was so happy to see some little bit of merch of him because for those who don't know, this character is designed by Shirahama Komame, the mangaka of Witch Hat Atelier. And yeah, his design is stunning. I cannot wait to pull for him once he finally reaches, you know, FGO NA in about 2 years. But yeah, I was excited to see some FGO merch because there really isn't any, I feel like. When I attended like animenyc last year, and as I was looking around the convention, there really wasn't anyone selling FGO stuff. It was like very hard to come by, so needless to say, I had to pick these up, and I actually got the last Dante charm, which thank God. Unfortunately, no Oberon, I believe. I've seen this, the artist, again, I forgot their name unfortunately, last year, and I did see Oberon, but I didn't pick it up, so yeah, and he wasn't there, so that was a little bit of a shame, but two very cute charms of these characters. And then after the FGO charms, I have these Zenless Zone Zero charms of Lighter and Hugo, my two favorites from the game. So yes, very cute little chibi style for these, and yeah, you can just make them as a standee or as a charm. So yeah, very cool. Nice little Zenless Zone pickups from that artist, who again, I apologize, I completely forgot the name of. Going on to the next artist, which again, unfortunately, I didn't get a name for, and they didn't have any business cards, which, you know, in my opinion, I like collecting business cards as well, so yeah, unfortunately, I'm not too sure which artist this was, but of course, I just picked up their Lighter and Hugo charm for my collection. So yeah, in terms of the main merch I want to collect from Zenless Zone Zero, prints I like collecting, but in terms of charms, I'm not going to collect like every single character. I'm going to pick my favorites, and of course, Lighter and Hugo are the ones I had to pick up. Yeah, very cool art style for these two. So next we have more Zenless Zone Zero charms, this time by the artist, who I actually have the name this time. Bele Noir. I apologize if I butchered that name. So I picked up, of course, Lighter and Hugo. But I also picked up Harumasa, another one of my favorite characters in the game. I like how these also come with the, each have their own little Bangbu companion, which is kind of cute. So yeah, again, nice to have these at least when I once again make another Zenless Zone Ida bag. Very cute art style on these. Now we're going into some prints for right now. So first I have this Witch Hat Atelier print of Coco with some other little plushies of the other characters around her. This is made by the artist Durian. So yeah, just a very cute art style. I really love these like very nice colors on this one. Very cute little scenario right here. So yes, you will see a lot of Witch Hat Atelier merch as I go through this video. That was one of the main series I want to collect stuff from. So yes, very cute, nice quality print right here. So next up we have these Dungeon Meshi prints by the artist Brown Rabbits. So yeah, I really cut back on the Delicious in Dungeon stuff this year compared to last year, just to focus on some other series, but I could not pass on these very cute prints of course, Itsuzumi. We have two different ones of her, one where we have her with all these little chibi versions of her around her, and then this little Picky Eater Club print, absolutely adorable. And then it was like a buy two get one free, so the last one I picked up, I couldn't decide what I wanted, so sticking with Dungeon Meshi though, I picked up this Mithrin print with the canaries all around him. Very, very cool print. I'm excited to see a little bit more of this character in season 2 of the anime. So yeah, Brown Rabbits, pretty popular artist, and yeah, very happy with these Dungeon Meshi prints. I mean, I'm a sucker for anything Itsuzumi, so happy to pick these up. After that, we have these Oberon prints. I cannot believe I came across these at the convention. These were all made by the artist SNUDBEEN. Bless their soul for making some Oberon merch. Yeah, so I pretty much got every little Oberon thing that they had. So I'll go into some of these right now because it is quite a bunch. So starting off with these little stickers right here. Each of them have different finishes. We have these very adorable Oberon stickers of his 2nd Ascension, 3rd Ascension, as well as Refreshing Summer Prince version, holographic. Very, very adorable. Very nice addition to my Oberon collection. Really like the style on these. And then of course I picked up all of the Oberon prints that she had. These are all risograph prints, which are I don't know how to describe it, but you can definitely tell from the look of it that it's a riso print. I guess the style of printing that they have. So before I get into the Oberon ones, I did pick one of them that she didn't have on display, so I asked and she did have them. It is a B grade riso print, but it is of Voyager, one of my favorite servants in FGO. So I asked for it and I'm like, okay, B grade is okay. And I just wanted to pick up some little bit of fan art of him, a very cute little style right here. And now moving on to the 3 Oberon riso prints. I believe some of these were pretty inexpensive for a riso print. Like one of them was like $10, I believe. Again, riso prints are a little bit more pricey, I guess because of the process. So the first one we have right here is this one of his 1st Ascension, but he's kind of being covered by the cape of his 3rd Ascension. Again, very nice artwork of him. And very nice with the whole cape of his 3rd Ascension because it's very detailed, different bug wings on his 3rd Ascension. After that, we have maybe one that's a little bit more slightly spicier because he is kind of nude a little bit. But we have this one where it looks like he's just awakening in the forest. Very cool. Yeah, riso printing, I don't know, it's very interesting, like the style. It feels very, I don't know how to describe it, but as you can see from the B-roll, looks very cool. So very nice print right there of him. And then we have the largest print that they had of him. where we also have Morgan and Castoria on the side. Very, very cool. So yeah, very nice little Oberon prince. I was not expecting to see merch of him at the con, so of course I had to pick all these up. And I might also show up on screen. The artist did have in a little mini shopping cart the little official Oberon plush, which was very cute, so I took a picture of him. I asked first and she let me. So yeah, very, very nice Oberon art. Very happy to see some FGO merchandise at the con. Next up, even more Witch Hat Atelier prints by the artist Sybbatra. So we have one print of Keyfree and Brushbug. This print and then another one I have this very interesting texture to them. Like, it actually feels pretty nice to the touch. The equivalent I can say it feels like is like the skin finish on some anime figures. If you know, you know. So yes, we have this gorgeous Keyfree print. We have this Egoin print, who is one of the main antagonists of Witch Hat Atelier. And then we have this one with Keyfree and all the girls in this forest setting. Very, very nice. Yeah, this art style, like, I love really the line work in it. Like, the variation in the line work and the coloring looks absolutely, absolutely stunning. So yeah, very, very gorgeous Witch Hat Atelier prints right here. Also, at the con, I should say, they had different size prints, well, for this artist and some other artists. I settled on the smaller ones just to save a little bit of money, unless there is only like one particular size, then I decided to pick it up. But yes, very, very gorgeous prints right here. Love the art style in these. So next we're going on to these small postcard prints. We have these Hoseki no Kuni, or Land of the Lustrous prints. This was another series I was kind of on the hunt for at Artist Alley because it's one of my other favorites of all time. So yes, I picked up these two postcard prints by the artist Ninayoshida of Phosphophilite and then Podparacha. They did have much larger prints of these two available, but again, to save that little bit of money, I just settled on these postcard prints. Very gorgeous art style on these. Also, I feel like when I shine them in the light, they have like a interesting kind of look to them. I don't know if some parts of it are have like a different finish than others. I mean, maybe you'll see it in the b-roll if you know what I mean. It's hard to describe, but yes, two very gorgeous prints of these two characters. Next up, we have even more Witch Hat Atelier prints, this time by the artist Chapter 56. So again, I picked up their much smaller prints. The first one we have is this gorgeous, gorgeous Keyfree and Elrugio foil print. It was nice that they had the foil print in a smaller version. But yeah, this is definitely from an extra scene, I believe, in the manga. Very, very gorgeous. And again, has that pretty nice texture to it, which I do quite like. After that, we have this made Keyfree print right here. This artist had like a buy two get one free, so this made Keyfree print, that's hard to say, was the one I decided to pick. Very nice art style on this one. And the last one, I believe, is also like another Riso print, this Alice in Wonderland inspired print of Coco and Brushbug. And yeah, again, these prints, absolutely stunning, a nice addition to my Witch Hat Atelier collection. Next up, we have more Witch Hat Atelier prints, this time by the artist alicenpai. Again, I believe they had bigger versions of these, but I settled for the postcard versions. So we have kind of this nighttime scene with the group, very cute. And then we also have this you know, floral setting with Keyfree and the girls, very adorable. The only problem, and I didn't realize this until I got home and I was like looking through some of my prints and how I have stuff organized, is that I actually have this kind of like nighttime scene print right here, because I think this was part of a Zine, a Witch Hat Atelier Zine that I got, and yeah, so now unfortunately I have two of these prints. I didn't realize it. So who knows, I might decide to just give one of them away in a future giveaway, because I don't really need to. Also, I should mention that the backs of these postcards look so freaking cute. I really love the style of it. Very cute characters in the corner. And yeah, so yeah, very cute art style. Again, I love picking up Witch Hat Atelier stuff. So next up, we have even more Witch Hat Atelier prints, some much bigger ones this time, as well as a little standee. So these are by the artist Rain1105. So yeah, starting with the prints right here, I picked up their massive Coco Riso print. I really love the vibrant colors on this one. And then after that, in the back, I have this, again, stunning key-free anal Rugio print. Very gorgeous art style and coloring on these. And then lastly, the acrylic standee of all of the girls in this sort of very adorable chibi style. Again, normally I don't pick up individual acrylic charms of the characters. I would rather have a lot of characters on one print and not have to spend the money. But I believe this standee was about $10, so that's, I feel like, relatively cheap for a standee. So I'm just like, I just decided to pick it up, why not? But yeah, very, very cool art. More stuff once again for my Witch Hat Atelier collection. Next up, we have these two small items here by the artist Hexagonsgalore. I don't know if that's how you pronounce their name, but I picked up their Witch Hat Atelier sticker sheet with this very nice metallic finish to some of the stickers. And then also this little key-free anal Rugio bookmark with some, you know, gold foil to it. So yes, they were actually selling charms of the designs on the sticker sheet, but again, if I can just get everything on one little piece of artwork, I'm perfectly fine with that. Yeah, and surprisingly, I didn't really feel like picking up a lot of Witch Hat Atelier acrylic charms, unless they really, you know, stuck out to me, or if they are my favorite characters. I don't know, just again, save a little bit of money here and there. I just mainly stuck with prints, and then again, if these designs are on the charms and on the sticker sheet, and if I can get everything on the sticker sheet, that's what I'll do. So yes, again, very gorgeous art style with these, and a very gorgeous looking sticker sheet and bookmark. So next up, I have this print and this little charm right here from this artist named Yoojucha. If I butchered that name, I'm sorry. But this is from a series called The Guy I Was Interested In Wasn't a Guy at All, aka the Green Yuri manga that I absolutely adore and I'm a little bit hyperfixated on at the moment. Unfortunately, I didn't pick up as much from this series as I did some of the other series, just because, again, trying to pick and choose my battles here, but we have this gorgeous Mitsuki and Aya print right here, and I feel like this print encapsulates a lot about their characters, which I do love, so I'm very happy to pick up this print. And then I just decided to pick up this little charm of them as well. So yes, I've also been kind of collecting stuff from the series here and there. At the Kinokuniya booth, they did have some official merch of the series, but again, I pretty much spent all my money at the artistalley, so I kind of skipped on that stuff. Thankfully I can just go back into the city and then just, you know, check a look at what they have there. But yeah, I absolutely adore this print and the art style, very adorable. And so is this charm. Also very hyped for the anime when it comes out. I'm interested how they're gonna animate it, if they're gonna stick with the, you know, green and black and white aesthetic of the manga, or if they're gonna, you know, actually have the characters be in color, besides these colors, so we'll have to see. But yes, absolutely stunning print of these girls right here. So next up, we have more Land of the Lustrous stuff. I have to back up again because this print is very large. So yes, these prints and this little zine right here were by two artists. I believe they were just sharing the same booth together. Eileen is one of the artists, and then there's halveablock is the other one. So I have to probably put some of this down. I mean, the little print keeps flopping back and forth, so yeah, I'm gonna start off, of course, with the massive print we have right here of Moonfoss and then Podparacha and Yellow Diamond in their moon outfits, looking so stunning. Again, Moonfoss, love their design so much. So yeah, very stunning print of the trio right here. And then after that massive print, we have this smaller one right here, kind of spoilery for, you know, Foss as a character. But of course, had to pick this up. This looks so stunning. We have Phosphophilite, them in their original form, and then their divine form, along with the other rock characters, and then Congo's brother, or Pitapat as he's known in the manga. It's so stunning. Oh my god. This hits me right in the feels if you know about this part in the series. So yeah, once again, another stunning print from this artist. And then the last thing that I had to pick up at the booth was this Land of the Lustrous zine called Happiness. So this is a collab zine between these two artists. And yeah, I believe they had this on their Twitter, at least like the little story that's a little bit later in the zine. But in it are, you know, some of the artwork, again, stunning of these characters, but we also have some little sketches here and there, which I like to see in these kind of zines. Very nice. And then we have just a little story called Metamorphosis about Phosphophilite. Very, very nice. So yes, this was a definite pickup for me. I love, again, this series so much. Foss being one of my favorite main characters of all time. And yeah, definitely a nice addition to my Hoseki no Kuni collection. So yeah, gorgeous artwork from these two artists, and yeah, definitely design was a must pick up for me. So now we're going on to this item right here, which is a Zenless Zone Zero tote bag, which was not planned to be picked up, but I'll get into that in a bit. So this tote bag is made by the artist Freerotary. So yes, this is a very nice quality Zenless Zone Zero tote bag of Lyacon and Hugo, as well as their little bang boos, and again the sweets. I mean, I guess this could fit in with like my sweet theme collection, but this is absolutely adorable. I love the style that she drew these characters in. So yes, I was not planning on picking up a tote bag at an artist's booth. I mean, I will make exceptions here and there if it's a series I really enjoy, but yeah, the problem was I took with me my my smaller like Kinokuniya tote bag, and I thought, oh, this is gonna be fine to use because last year I only really used one tote bag to carry everything that I got at the artist alley, so I thought I was gonna be fine, but I was not fine because all the prints I picked up were a lot bigger than the tote bag, and I'm like, oh shit, this is not good. So yes, I was panicking a bit. I was thinking about going to the Yen Press booth to get a free tote bag if you picked up like their exclusive The Summer Hikaru Died volume 1, as well as another like Yen Press book. You could get a free, you know, pretty massive tote bag of The Summer Hikaru Died, which looked cool. But I'm like, I don't really want that first volume of that series. I'm enjoying the anime, by the way, but I just didn't, you know, I'm not collecting the manga or anything, so I'm like, I don't really want to do that. So yeah, then I just decided to look around the artist alley, and again, tote bags can get pretty expensive. I'm not gonna name names, but there was this one artist who had a tote bag that was a lot, like, smaller in terms of width than this one, that was selling it for $40, which I'm like, oh my god, no. This one was $30, which I feel like is, you know, again, not that bad for what this is. So yes, I walked up to their booth, I saw Zenless Zone Zero, I'm like, hi, I'm gonna purchase that tote bag because I needed to hold my stuff. And she was super sweet to talk to, and I was like, so thankful. I'm like, you just saved my ass at this con. So yeah, I have this nice Zenless Zone Zero tote bag. It's very spacious on the inside. It has also a little pocket up here so you can store your wallet or anything else like your phone. Yeah, very cute, very nice quality. And again, super sweet artist. This tote bag definitely saved me a lot of trouble during the convention. After that, yet another Hoseki no Kuni print right here by the artist firestiart. I just walked by the booth and I saw it. I'm like, I'm picking this up. Yeah, and the artist was very sweet. This I got on day 1 of the con, so I was in my Moonfoss cosplay, and they said they loved the cosplay, which was very sweet of them. But yes, very gorgeous, kind of sad print of Foss right here. And yeah, again, gorgeous art style as usual from this artist. So yes, really like this massive print of Foss. Business card I also quite like. I didn't really point out a lot of these business cards that I picked up. Very cute on the front, and then we have diamond on the back. Very, very cute. So yes, another nice pickup from my Hoseki no Kuni collection. After that, moving on to 2 more massive prints, this time by the artist Lavabun. So yes, first we have this print right here of Keyfree and Coco. Of course, I had to go for the gold foil print. If I see gold foil, I'm gonna pick it up. I'm a sucker for these kinds of prints. Very nice art style on this one. The other one I picked up was this Delicious in Dungeon print. The last one that I picked up from the con of, we have Chimera Fallen, and then we have Leos's group. Looks so stunning. I really like how this like little tower looks like a cake. So good. I really love the look of this print. So yes, also for this artist, they had a buy 2 get 1 free. So the third print I settled on, which I don't have in hand, but I'll show in a photo up on screen. I decided to get it for my sister. It was a Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom print of Link and Tulin. I haven't played the game. I don't have the time to play the game. But, you know, she loves Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, so I thought, hey, I'd just pick up this print for her. Yeah, love the art style and all of these. Absolutely amazing work again from this artist. And then next up, yet another, I'm sounding like a broken record at this point, but Hoseki no Kuni, a print of a good majority of the lustrous on this print. Very simplistic like looking art style, but they all look absolutely adorable. This is by the artist monoxmano, I believe. I did try to look up their social medias. Unfortunately, this one I didn't get a business card for, but I did kind of like a reverse image search. And kind of looking through the social medias of what came up, I believe this is the artist. I apologize if I'm wrong on this, but yeah, very nice print. A little bit nervous kind of carrying this around the con because they ran out of the protective sleeves. And this print is definitely the floppiest one, not the most sturdy one of the bunch. But thankfully it came home in pretty much one piece, so yeah. Yeah, but it was just very nice to see like the whole cast of characters from this series on here. I'm a sucker for when there are multiple characters on a print, and that's when I decide to, you know, pick up the print. But yeah, very simplistic art style, but at the same time very cute art style for this print. Next up, I have this absolutely stunning, very unique looking print. This is by the artist Kairolan, I believe is how you pronounce their name. So yes, we have this absolutely stunning massive print of Foss. Again, I believe this is a Riso print right here. So yeah, Foss and some of their different forms looking absolutely stunning. This is such a unique art piece right here. And the other thing I picked up, which was this mini zine. You could technically get this as a, like a, I believe 4 or 5 like postcard set, but I settled for the zine because the main reason why is it had this little poem to go with it, which, you know, the artist took some time to make, so I'm like, I will definitely pick up the zine with the poem on it. So adorable. Again, in the risograph printing for the zine. And this artist was so pleasant to talk to. Oh my gosh, she was so sweet. Again, I got this on day 1 of the con, so I was in my Foss cosplay. She was gushing over the cosplay, and we were like gushing about how we love this series, how we love depressed, angsty rocks, and also how we're hoping for a season 2. Season 2 when, please. I really want a second season of this gorgeous series. So yes, very, very sweet artist. Highly recommend her artwork. And yeah, very nice and gorgeous addition for my Hoseki no Kuni collection. After that, we have these stunning gold foil prints as well as shaker charm. This is by the artist mieumiso. I hope I pronounced that right, but I followed this artist for the longest time and I have wanted these Witch Hat Atelier prints for the longest time, and they were worth the wait. The gold foil on these are stunning. Definitely some of my favorite pickups from the con. So yes, we have again Keyfree, Alrugio, and the girls, and the way they're colored, it's absolutely stunning, and the composition and just the design of this print is amazing. And of course, I decided to also pick up the smaller Keyfree gold foil print. Absolutely amazing. These are, again, so nice to finally have in person. And if you can hear kind of from the shaking, I do have this Witch Hat Atelier shaker charm. Very, very cute, very massive as well. Yes, I will settle for these very gorgeous Witch Hat Atelier merch items. After that, we have even more prints. These are by the artist Digu. So they actually had a bunch of fandoms that I was looking for at their booth. So yes, they had a whole bunch of different fandoms that I really, really love at their booth, which was quite nice. So the first one, the most obvious one of course, is this gold foil Keyfree print right here. I think they only had it in one size, so I'm like, I will take it in this size. The other ones they had were much smaller prints, not so much like postcard shaped, but very tiny prints, again, just to save a little bit of money for other booths. So the first one we have was this one of Mitsuki and Aya from the guy I was interested in wasn't a guy at all. Very, very cute little print right here of the duo. Then we have this mini Coco print right here. Very cute little setting for this one. And then lastly, we have a phosphophylite print. Very cool looking artwork right here. So yeah, this booth hit all of the fandoms I was looking for, which was very, very nice. So yeah, very cool art style once again from this artist. Very pleasant to talk to as well. They did like my Foss cosplay as well, which was nice. So yeah, very nice. Different kind of fandoms that I can add to my collection. Next up, we have this stunning Keyfree print right here. I had to write this on a post-it because the artist didn't have business cards, but this is by the artist Vialisa. I apologize if I butchered the username, but yes, this time we have kind of more like a rainbow foil pattern for this Keyfree print. Now, I got this one on day 4 of the con, and unfortunately they did have smaller versions of this, but they ran out. But I will gladly settle on the larger version of him. Again, stunning artwork. Keyfree looking fine as hell in this print. So yeah, another thing to add to my Witch Hat Atelier collection. Artist also was very pleasant to talk to, so yeah, I'm very happy with this Keyfree print. After that, we have these massive prints by the artist Juijaya Art, who is a pretty popular artist. They mainly do stuff for Hoyoverse in terms of fan art like Genshin Impact, Honkai Star Rail, and Zenless Zone Zero. So yes, definitely want to stop by their booth for their stunning artwork. So I might as well go over the first thing that was like freebie, this Astra Yao little mini print right here, holofoil, extremely cute, nice little freebie right here. And of course, the big hitters, these prints right here. So the first one that I actually have in my hand at the front is this Section 6 print of all the Section 6 characters from Zenless Zone Zero. This was my freebie print, and I decided to pick up the non-foil version of it. They had a buy 2 get 1 free deal, and just to save a little bit of money, I went with the non-foil version. But once again, absolutely stunning artwork, just so dynamic, so detailed, absolutely amazing. After that, the second print that I picked up in the holofoil pattern was this Castoris print from Honkai Star Rail. one of the most beautiful looking characters in this game. I love her character design. Of course, she wields a scythe. I'm a sucker for scythe wielding characters, and yes, this print, love the purples, love the variation of that color in this print. So stunning. Happy to have gotten this one in the hollow foil pattern. And then the very last print that of course I had to pick up at their booth with the hollow foil pattern was this stunning print of Lighter. Again, my opinion, the most handsome character in Zenless Zone Zero. Oh my freaking god. Again, the artwork is just stunning. The motorcycle as well, the details on him. Oh my god, chef's kiss, character design. So yes, I am so incredibly happy to have picked up this gorgeous Lighter print. I am hoping that next year, or maybe when they do make more prints for Zenless Zone Zero, they do make a Hugo print. They didn't make one yet at the time of the con, which was unfortunate. I definitely would have picked a print up of Hugo, but I'm so happy to settle on this Lighter print. He looks so handsome in this artwork right here. Now we're going on to the last 4 artists. These are the artists that I made fan art for, and I feel like I'm going to do that as a tradition every year if they do attend ANYC. So the first artist we have right here is mlkinis. So yes, up on screen I'll show the fan art I made of their OC cat. I kind of went for a chibi-ish art style for this year to make for these artists. Unfortunately, I printed these out at Staples, and unfortunately the print came out super dark, so it's hard to see like the details on the pants of the character. So yeah, I'm like, can I just email these to you or DM the digital art to you so you can actually see what's going on in the print? So there was that, but they were, you know, very grateful for the print, so and the fan art in general, so I was very happy about that. So yeah, I picked up a few things from their booth. I decided to pick up first some prints. So we have this aventurine print, very cool art style once again from this artist. The other one I picked up is this Apothecary Diaries print of Mao Mao and Jinshi. I have watched all of Apothecary Diaries and I freaking love the anime so much. I cannot wait for the next season to come out. But yeah, this one is a risograph print once again. Very cool. Yeah, Apothecary Diaries, I was, you know, maybe thinking about picking up some stuff, but again, I was just trying to limit the series that I wanted to pick stuff up for at the artistalley. Who knows, maybe next year I'll pick up some more Apothecary Diaries stuff. And then the very last thing I picked up from this artist, because, you know, I wanted to, you know, give them a little bit more of my money and to support them a little bit more, was this enamel pin of their original character. I believe it's of Eve, who was the character I drew last year. It is a B grade enamel pin. You know, some enamel pins that artists put up have different grades depending on if there's any defects or anything. Honestly, I don't know what's the defect on this one. I feel like it's pretty, you know, looks normal. I mean, there is some like smudges probably from my fingerprint here and there, but yeah, I can't tell what the reason this one would be like a B quality pin, but you know, wanted to support the artist a little bit more, so I just wanted to pick up an extra little enamel pin. But yeah, very cute design on this one, and very gorgeous artwork once again from this artist. They are also very pleasant to talk to and very sweet. Next up, we have these Zenless Zone Zero items by the artist Ashthelazy, who I follow on, you know, her social medias. And yeah, I made fan art for her as well of her OC star. Really love that character's design. So, but yeah, of course, I wanted to pick up more Zenless Zone Zero stuff from my collections. So starting off with the prints, the first one I have right here is this very nice one right here of the Section 6 crew, as well as the Criminal Investigation Special Response Team crew. I had to look up the second one because I forgot what faction they were a part of. But yeah, very cute art style. Yeah, very like simple like setting, but hey, I like picking up art prints with backgrounds like this, like environmental backgrounds, which is very cute. Okay, next up I have this Sons of Caledon print. Of course, I had to pick it up for the group, and lighter, of course. I believe that these two prints had bigger versions, but again, just to save money, stuck with the smaller versions of these. So yeah, very cute art style. I really love the composition and the way that these look. Very nice. So next up, we have this sticker sheet of Harumasa and Seth. So yes, not gonna use these stickers. I just prefer to keep these on the sticker sheet themselves unless I buy a duplicate. So yeah, just a very cute little sticker sheet I decided to pick up. And then after that, they gave me a little freebie for giving them some OC fan art. So I decided to go for this little sticker of Belle and then Seth and Harumasa watching, I guess, a horror movie because of Seth's reaction. So freaking cute, this little sticker, and it was very generous of them to give me a little freebie. So lastly, we have, of course, from them these acrylic charms. Very interesting little extra pieces for these. So the first one I have that I'll show is this little chibi cat version. I mean, Seth is already a cat, but this chibi cat Harumasa and Seth on this little safety pin, which is very interesting. I'm guessing this is like a new kind of charm with this little extra flower in the middle. Very interesting, very unique, so I decided to pick this one up. And then the other two I picked up, of course, I had to pick up her lighter charm, and then I also picked up her Jane Doe charm. They have these little straps to them, of course with each of their factions on there, and of course with a little bang boo on the back, which is cute. So yeah, it was a little bit tempting to get more of their Zenless Zone Zero charms with these little straps right here, but kind of had to hold back a little bit. I just picked my favorites that they had. But yeah, maybe I'll pick more in the future. Maybe they'll make more in the future. That would be cool. But yes, very, very sweet artist to talk to, and I'm happy with all of these Zenless Zone Zero pickups. So second to last artist we have right here. We have Poxeii, who I enjoy picking up a lot of stuff from as well, and they had a bunch of fandom stuff as well as like original stuff that I want to pick up. So I want to put some of this down because there is a bunch to go through with this artist. So also I should mention this was another artist that I made OC fan art for. And again, kind of gushing over the fan art and, you know, just saying thank you. Which is again very sweet. So yes, going into, of course, the many risograph prints I picked from this artist. The first one we have right here is, of course, from the guy I was interested in wasn't a guy at all, of Mitsuki and Aya. Once again, really love the composition of this one. Such a cute print of these two. After that, of course, more Witch Hat Atelier stuff. I picked up this key-free print with this, like, you know, very simplistic, but again, the flowers look so stunning. Very fluorescent-y in a way, thanks to the risograph printing. But yes, more Witch Hat stuff from my collection. After that, since I gave them fan art, they said, oh, you can take like a freebie print, risograph, or just like regular print. So I settled on this Miku print right here. Again, very gorgeous. I got a little bit nervous at their booth though, because I was contemplating, okay, which one should I get? And they were kind of assisting other customers, so I'm like, thanks Sarah, think. So I settled on this very cute Miku print right here. And then the next print we have is an original character print of their OC Avery. I do like picking up some of their OC stuff, so yeah, I really just like the aesthetic of this one. Very nice riso print here. And then lastly, we have this print right here of their other OC, who kind of goes with Avery. They're from the same story, named Ansel. So again, very cool aesthetic to this one in this graveyard. So yeah, very gorgeous riso prints. I'm glad they printed these again in like smaller versions. Again, mainly because riso prints are pretty expensive, so yeah, it's nice to get the smaller option with these. So now we're going into the enamel pins I picked up from them. So I do have their very first set of enamel pins. However, the other ones after that I didn't really bother to pick up, mainly because I don't listen to those Vocaloid songs as much as I do these ones. So yes, these are all from you know, Deco 27 songs. So of course we have the infamous Vampire Miku looking absolutely adorable in this enamel pin. Then after that we have the monitoring Miku. Very cool, very nice little aesthetic with this one. And then of course the other infamous song, the rabbit hole Miku, looking very adorable for what the song is about. So yeah, really love the look of these enamel pins, and these were definitely ones I wanted to pick up at their booth. So the very last thing I picked up, and the one thing that they were debuting at ANYC, is their OC sketch design. I saw them do like a post on Twitter, you know, a few days before the con, saying that they got some copies in, and yeah, I was one of the lucky people to get a copy of their OC design. I cannot show this on camera at all. I can probably show the cover, maybe 1 or 2 pages, and then the blurb at the very end, because this is an 18 plus zine. So yeah, there is nudity in this that I cannot show. So yeah, I picked that up, and then it also came with a little bonus sticker if you purchased the zine. And what the artist required if you wanted to pick this up, you did need to show your driver's license or an ID of some sort to show you're over the age of 18. You know, very nice that they did that. I mean, I feel like it's an obvious thing to do. You're just not gonna sell something like this to minors. So yeah, they didn't ask me, surprisingly. But yes, I am over the age of 18. I promise. So yeah, it's nice that they managed to bring this project to life, because I remember they made a post about it a few years ago saying that they wanted to make an OC zine, and now it is here. This will be on their shop sometime later down the line. They just have to print more. So yeah, it's nice to see zines like this at booths. That's something I definitely want to look for when I go to conventions. Obviously, depending on the fandom, I'm not just gonna collect a zine because it's there. You know, I want to collect based on fandom, or if it's an artist again I really like, then I'll pick up their like original character zine. So yes, very sweet artist to talk to once again, and I really appreciated the freebie. So yes, I look forward to seeing what else they come up with in the future. I think they said they were gonna do more OC zines, so I'm definitely looking forward to that in the future, and those are probably ones I'll pick up. And now we're moving on to the very last artist, the one I feel like I'm always gonna save for last, and that is of course Pemprika. Always a pleasure talking to her. She is absolutely sweet. Of course, I'll be showing the fan art up on screen on who I drew, which is of her 2 space OCs. I don't think they have names or anything, but you know, again, really love her character designs for her OCs. Really love her art style. Definitely one of my all-time favorite artists, who always happy to see at ANYC. So did not pick like as much stuff as I did from them last year. I mean, last year was like nothing but dungeon meshy stuff, but this year, you know, not as much. So yes, of course I had to pick up more Land of the Luscious stuff and OC stuff, so I'll go through each of these one by one. I have a lot in my hand. So starting off with the 2 very tiny Riso prints of Moonfoss and Cinnabar. These are kind of meant to go as a little bit of a set. She made this Foss Riso print for a Hoseki no Kuni stamp rally tea party theme set. So yes, of course I had to pick up her gorgeous Moonfoss print. I wish I could get the other prints as well from the other artists, but unfortunately that was just relegated to the stamp rally, and I don't think any of the other artists attended ANYC, so maybe somewhere down the line, if it's possible, I can pick up those prints. So yeah, she did this one for the stamp rally, but she also made this Cinnabar one to kind of accompany Foss, which is very cute. I absolutely adore the way she draws these characters. So stunning mini Riso prints. And next up we have two sticker sheets right here. We have the first one, which is of her original character Bat. Very cute character design once again. And I just in general really like collecting her original character stuff. And then next we have this sort of clear sticker sheet of Divine Foss and original Foss and some scenes from the manga. If you know, you know. But yeah, so cute. I really love the way that they draw Foss. So adorable. And yeah, very cool. Again, these are staying on the sticker sheet. I'm not using them for anything else unless I buy another copy of these. But yeah, just a nice addition, of course, to my Hoseki no Kuni collection. Then after that, we have this single acrylic charm that I picked up of Panty and Stocking. Iconic. So yeah, very cute acrylic charm right here. So next we're going on to the two much larger risograph prints. I'll start with the one in the back first of her original characters, the ones I drew fan art of. Again, very nice. The risograph printing looks super cool on this one. And then the next one, which was a must-have for me, again for my Hoseki no Kuni collection, this one of Cinnabar and Foss just being so soft and cute together. Oh my god, the colors, the way the texture looks on this looks so stunning. Definitely a must pick up for me when I was at her booth. So yeah, they're so cute. I wish them nothing but happiness, these characters. So yeah, very gorgeous risograph prints once again. And then the very last item I have right here, which they actually did a collab with another artist, I believe, who was also at ANYC. The other artist is named Linvaniin. So yes, this is a Phosphophylite and Cinnabar collab. They each did their own prints, and then they each made their own like holographic sticker. Yeah, and these prints are like, they have like this sort of like metallic finish to them, which looks absolutely stunning. So yes, Linvaniin did this gorgeous Moon Foss print right here, and then they did this holographic Cinnabar sticker, and then Pemprika drew Cinnabar for the print and then Foss for the sticker. Oh my god, this was so cute. These were limited at the event, so literally after, you know, ANYC opened up on Thursday, I immediately went to her booth just to pick this up. Very stunning. Now, I am unsure if these are going to be at her online shop later down the line. Again, maybe just, of course, the Foss sticker and the Cinnabar print. But yes, this collab, absolutely stunning artwork from these two. So yeah, very amazing artwork from Pemprika once again. So happy to always stop by her booth. Very sweet. Highly recommend shopping at her shop if you're interested in some of her original character stuff, or if there's any fandom merch that she makes that you're interested in. Very talented artist, very amazing. So yes, finally we are now at the outro of this video. Probably going to be another lengthy part to this saga, but yeah, I hauled a lot of stuff from different artists. Again, I do tend to put money on the side towards ANYC, specifically for the Artist Alley, because I just like collecting a lot of fandom merch and stuff. So yeah, I'm overall very happy with the pickups. A lot of stuff to add to my collection for some of the favorite fandoms that I enjoy. So yes, I am of course very excited to attend the Artist Alley next year and to see, you know, maybe some new artists who didn't attend this year, and just to see some of my favorites once again. So yeah, it's just very cool to see these artists in person compared to buying off of their online shop. Just the interaction, just seeing their whole booth set up, and just it's just such a great experience. So I highly recommend it if you do plan on going to a con. Definitely hit up the Artist Alley and, you know, support small artists out there who do this for a living. It's not easy. It's something I don't think I could ever do in terms of going to a con and such. But yeah, they make it work, and you know, I'm just super happy to support them at the end of the day. So yes, that is going to conclude this video. Let me know what were your favorite pieces that I picked up, or do you know any of these artists who I picked up merch items from. So yes, this is going to be a very lengthy video to edit along with part 1, because I did ramble on quite a bit, but yeah, so that's going to conclude this video today. Thank you all so much for taking the time to watch this video. If you would like to, of course, and do enjoy my content, feel free to take the time to subscribe to my channel to see what other figure and merch related shenanigans I get into next. So I hope you all have a wonderful morning, afternoon, or night wherever you are, and take it easy. Goodbye.